I feel like singing, shouting, dancing, screaming. This morning, it's Wednesday, the 16th day of July, 2025. Good morning to you, Grenada, Carrier, Kupiti, Martinique, the rest of the Eastern Caribbean, the rest of the world. Good morning, good morning. It's a good day to have a good day in a good way. Yeah, God is good. He woke me up this morning. For yet another day, he saw it fit to have me on his wake-up list this morning. And for that, I am so thankful. So if you're waking up and you're feeling down, you've got pain, you're mentally and morally depressed and so forth, just, praise. Do some praise, man. You pray and then you have some prayers and worship. Yeah, it will lift your spirit up. Trust me on that. If I was to say something to you, what would be your response? If I was to say God is good, what would you say? Yeah, you'd say all the time. And if I say all the time, you would say God is good. Oh yeah, he is indeed a good God. Sometimes folks saying, you talking about God, you're bad, you're wicked, you're this, you're that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, stay there. Oh my goodness. Good morning to all the online viewers and listeners. It's such a joy to have you with us this morning. Good morning to Laureen. How you doing? Lauren Salim, all the way in Hermitage. She's always locked on. That's when she's up, right? If it's raining, good morning, good morning. Good morning to the northern part of the island. St. Patrick. Of course, Carriacou and PD Martinique. Good morning also. Nice. 26 minutes on to the hour of 7. It's Wednesday, and this morning I just want to tell you that, it's never failed me yet. How about you? Yeah. Good morning to the folks at Care Bears. Good morning, Tanti Marcy, Keisha and Khalid, the entire team. Good morning to you all. I feel like screaming and dancing this morning because today is going to be a good day in such a good way. Yeah. Mama Can and Munich, good morning. Yeah. Moyaki and the family, man. He's going to hold you through, man. He's going to keep you. He's going to carry you through. Nice. The word of the day today, that word today is a foresight. Foresight. F-O-R-E-S-I-G-H-T. Foresight. Foresight. F-O-R-E-S-I-G-H-T, and it means the ability to predict the future. Yeah, nice. Yesterday we looked at clairvoyant, having the ability to perceive the future. Foresight is the ability to predict the future. Here's how we can use the word in a sentence. Her foresight allowed her to plan ahead effectively. Nice. Morning. Early, good morning. Enjoying the fresh breeze of Grenada. Don't go back out there, boy. Don't go back. Out there ain't nice. Stay home. Yolan Swan, good morning to you and the folks out there in St. John in St. Andrew. The folks in Blaise, good morning. Hermitage, good morning. Kalaloo, Pointsville, good morning. Nice. Nadisha, how you doing? Hope you're doing fine, right? Debbie, long time no see, man. I hope you're on island, right? Yeah, you gotta work with me this year, right? Nice. Kitty Cat and Alwyn and Ariel. Zamora and Judy Plenty, good morning. Teacher Rufin, Teacher Yvette. The folks inside of Hope, good morning. Good morning, good morning. Of the motivational tip of the day is up next. Yeah, he never fails, never had, never will. You know what I'm saying? Because of that, he's worthy to be praised. Seek opportunities to learn. Life is a learning process. It's a journey. You learn every day, or you should learn every day. Every situation has a lesson. Stay open to learning from every experience, both positive and negative. Well, I'll be honest with you. I've learned so much from negative experiences. I am going to be one happy man one of these days. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm using the negative experiences to propel me positively. You understand what I'm saying? Fleshy, good morning to you and Gangster Cop. Mr. Dekoto and the team, good morning, good morning. Corporal MacLeod. Sing it out, sing it out. Yeah, let your negative experiences propel you positively. Remember FAIL, fail. It means first attempt in learning. You understand what I'm saying? And fear, FEAR, fear. It means false expressions appearing real. Don't get caught with them, alright? Trust in God and always attempt and endeavor to be a better person you are today than you were yesterday. That's all I try to do. Yeah, good morning, Belial. Morning, morning, morning. Boozum, good morning to you. Everest and Scott. Good morning, good morning. Mommy Gwenny, Mr. Bess and the team. Shiny, good morning. Fonda, good morning to you this morning. How you doing? And the folks at Max Shop in Corinth. Corinth on a whole, good morning. All the wonderful folks who are now residents at the New Housing Project. In Corinth, good morning. Welcome home. This is my village. I claim it now. I'm no longer from Grenville. Let me not say that. Grenville is home. Pearls to be precise. The wonderful folks inside of Pearls. Good morning. The Alexander family. Donna and Marcel and Mary and Catherine and Glenroy and David and Johnson and everybody. Good morning. Good morning. The Berkeley's right next door. The Gibbs next door. Good morning also. Miss Charles Vivek, good morning. Former teacher of mine. Good morning to you. All right, what's buzzing this morning? Let's see what's buzzing. All right, buzzing this morning. Preliminary stage of the 2025 National Calypso Monarch competition begins this Friday. IMA warns about engaging unauthorized and unlicensed CBI agent in Dubai. In the region, the United National Congress, the UNC in Trinidad, well, they've got their leadership election on August 17th. Internationally, the European Union demands more action from Israel on aid deal as strikes in Gaza continue. And in sports, the CWI, that's Cricket West Indies president, that's Kishore Shallow, well, he blames CARICOM governments after West Indies defeat by Australia. Well, something has to happen for something to happen. Make some provocative statements and, interjections and so forth, and let's get the region moving in the direction that would better off our cricket, man. We know West Indies cricket unify the region even more than the politicians. So let's do what we have to do to ensure. I know there was a special meeting summoned by the CWI, that's Cricket West Indies, inviting the Brian Lara, the Viv Richards, the Clive Lloyds, and the late greats. Let's do what we've got to do to make West. Come on, man. This is really bothersome. It peeves me. Really, it peeves me, man. Come on, man. We had such a wonderful platform to build on, you know. Every territory goes through what, the valley stage in the sport. But, man, we've been having too many valleys, man. No mountain tops to jump on top. Of course, we got the 2 T20 World Cups, but oh my goodness, man. We are test side. We're a test nation. All right, let me not talk about West Indies cricket too much this morning and spoil my mood. Let me say good morning to Eggies and Cruz and Judge and Chief and Peck and, Dada and everybody. Good morning to you all. This West Indies cricket thing will raise my pressure higher. Lovey, good morning to you. Good news today. Woban, good morning. Marian and Manjaloo. All right, folks, the AM edition of News, Sports and the Weather comes up right after these messages. Don't you go anywhere. Don't you dare move a muscle. Yeah, don't move. Stick and stay with us.
Distributed by Echo Blue Limited. Visit us on the Lansopine Main Road or call 405-4818.
Freedom is driven to pursue that passion that keeps you up at night and makes you smile in your sleep. Freedom is bold to embrace the possibilities that can open up your world and conquer new heights. Freedom is fabulous with bits and pieces that enhance the quality of your life. Freedom is what you do with the flexibility to change path or direction when you need to. Freedom breeds ambition and purpose while having loads of fun along the way. But most of all, freedom is well-deserved for the road traveled and the journey still to come. Unleash your freedom with Nexa Credit Union. Call us on 440-1354 or visit our website to pre-apply. Apply now. Freedom awaits. Terms and conditions apply. Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
When nature call, you must answer. You must answer.
When GB and Spice Up the Garnet calling,
you must answer. You must answer. Yo, Grenada, smoke
and go.
You don't know. Look out for us at Spice Up the Carnage.
No SMS. Smoke and go. When nature calls, you must answer. You must answer.
This is the GBN Morning News for today, Wednesday, July 16th, 2025. Coming up in the news, preliminary stage of 2025 National Calypso Monarch competition begins on Friday. IMA warns about engaging unauthorized and unlicensed CBI agents in Dubai. In the region, UNC leadership election is on August the 17th. Internationally, the EU demands more action from Israel on aid deal as strikes in Gaza continue. And in sports, CWI president blames CARICOM governments after West Indies defeat by Australia. We've got the details to these and more straight ahead. Don't you go anywhere.
Calling the CARICOM community, assembling Global Africa, the 4th edition of the Afri-Caribbean Trade Investment Forum. Active 2025 is coming to St. George, Grenada, this 28th to 29th July. Join government and business leaders, investors, and trade and finance institutions to explore the theme, resilience and transformation, enhancing Africa-Caribbean economic cooperation in an era of global uncertainty. Be there as we stand together to strengthen our commercial ties, to promote shared trade and investment opportunities, and unlock prosperity for Africa, the Caribbean, and the wider diaspora. The 4th Afri-Caribbean Trade and Investment Forum. Reserve your place now at active2025.com.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Gordon Josephine with the details. The Investment Migration Agency, IMA, has issued an advisory stating that Concordia Consultancies Limited and its president, Habila Malgui, are not authorized to conduct any business related to Grenada's Citizenship by Investment program. According to Circular Number 8 of 2025, dated July 10th and published on the IMA's official website, the agency has confirmed that neither Malgui nor Concordia Consultancies Limited is recognized, licensed, or affiliated with the IMA or the government of Grenada in any capacity. As such, all marketing agents, local agents, and other stakeholders are strongly advised to avoid any form of engagement or promotional activity with Malgui or his company in relation to the CBI program. The circular, signed by IMA Chief Executive Officer Thomas Anthony, further states that the agency will not accept any applications submitted by or through Malgui, Concordia Consultancies Limited, or any affiliated individuals or entities. Online information indicates that the company, based in Dubai, also promotes services related to the CBI programs for other countries in the region, including St. Lucia. The IMA is encouraging the public to remain alert and report any suspicious or unauthorized CBI-related activity. The agency also expressed appreciation to stakeholders for their continued efforts in safeguarding the integrity of Grenada's Citizenship by Investment program. Habila Malgui was previously listed in 2018 as the regional head of East and West Africa at Anton Capital, a global financial advisory firm offering investment-based citizenship and residency services. Arton Capital is listed as a licensed international marketing agent for Grenada's CBI program on the IMA's website. Following the elections in May 2025, the members of the Grenada Association of Pharmacists have officially reconstituted the executive, with Kelvin Dragon serving as president until the next election is held in 2026. The other members serving on the executive are First Vice President Tyrell Williams, Second Vice President Talia Rogers, Secretary Anthony Andrews, Treasurer Onika Peters Greenwich, Assistant Secretary Treasurer Carmen Logan Lawrence, Public Relations Officer Marisa Batiste, Assistant PRO Evelyn Davis, Trustees Shamika Williams and Shahida Frederick Mark. Guided by the theme Elevate Pharmacy, Pharmacists, Health and Wellness, the association's first major activity will be observing and celebrating 25th September as World Pharmacists Day. In alignment with the International Pharmaceutical Federation, the FIP, this year's global theme is Think Health, Think Pharmacist, said the release, adding that GAP will proudly join the worldwide celebration by spotlighting the work of pharmacists across Grenada. Planned activities include public education campaigns, health-focused outreach, and activities designed to raise awareness of the pharmacist's role as a frontline health professional, accessible, knowledgeable, and trusted. Membership in the Grenada Association of Pharmacists is open to all licensed pharmacists, pharmacy students, and supporters dedicated to advancing the profession and enhancing health outcomes nationwide. And finally, the preliminary stage of the 2025 National Calypso competition begins on Friday, July 18th, with the judging of tents. During this phase, over 60 Calypsonians are expected to deliver the 2 original renditions for a chance to enter the semi-final on Sunday, July 27th. The following is the judging schedule. Friday, July 18th, the Northwest Calypso Brigade Tent. Saturday, July 19th, Herbert's Kaiso Bards Calypso Tent at the Deluxe Cinema. Sunday, July 20th, Kaiso Kingdom Calypso Tent. Monday, July 21st, Herbert's Fireworks Calypso Tent at the Deluxe Cinema. Tuesday, 22nd, the Kaiso Classic Calypso Tent at the GBSS Auditorium. And the 19th semi-final will be announced on Wednesday. The 19 semi-finalists, will be announced on July 23rd via the Spice Mass Corporation's social media platforms. Now that concludes the first segment of the news. Stay with us, the regional and international developments straight ahead, which will be followed closely by the sports and the weather. The election to contest the post of political leader of the United National Congress, the UNC, in Trinidad will be held on August 17th, 2025. A news release from the party's national executive stated that a decision was taken on Tuesday regarding the date for the election. Kamla Persad Bissessar, who has been the party's political leader since 2010, recently signaled her intention to seek a re-election. I give you notice tonight. I intend to contest again for the position of political leader, she said during a UNC public meeting in Penal on July 7th. Persad Bissessar, who is also the country's prime minister, also threw down the gauntlet to anyone seeking to challenge her for the position of political leader. If you want it, come and take it. I will be waiting, she stated. We have more in this OCM News report.
In Trinidad and Tobago, an elderly man dies in a house fire on the North Coast Road in Las Cuevas. So far, his identity has not been released. Reports say the incident took place at Rincon Road in Las Cuevas. News Center 5 understands neighbors saw smoke coming from the man's home. The police and the fire services were contacted. The first fire tender dispatched to the scene reportedly experienced a mechanical failure just meters away from the man's home. However, it is said a backup unit from the Wrightson Road Fire Headquarters was eventually dispatched and responded to the scene hours later. The elderly man's remains were later recovered from the destroyed structure. Meanwhile, the Fire Services Association confirms the incident in which one of its tenders responding to the fire experienced a mechanical failure. President Keon Guy tells us what transpired when they got the call. Mr. Guy also confirms the issue of aged appliances exists across the service. Mr. Guy was speaking with News Center 5 this morning. Amid a surge in student misconduct, psychologist Dr. Nicole Lynch is urging Barbadians to rethink the reliance on corporal punishment. Speaking at a 2-day workshop titled Managing Behavior in Schools, a Positive Behavior Management Approach, Dr. Lynch said this approach is not working, and she called for a cultural shift toward making a more effective, respectful discipline. She said punishment doesn't teach a better way, it only stops the behavior in the moment. The workshop held at the Barbados Water Authority's conference room, the Pine St. Michael, trains educators, especially special needs teachers, in evidence-based strategies to manage behavior without violence. Dr. Lynch emphasized that many behavioral issues stem from trauma or mental health conditions like ADHD and anxiety. Acting Education Officer for Special Needs, Michelle Gooding, noted the program was piloted in 2006 and showed positive results, but sustaining it requires consistent training, resources, and buy-in from parents. The Ministry of Education has committed to move.
And looking further afield, EU Foreign Policy Chief Kaja Kallas said the 27-member bloc was leaving the door open to take action against Israel over its assault on the besieged and bombarded Gaza Strip if the humanitarian situation does not improve. Kallas put forward 10 potential options on Tuesday after Israel was found to have breached a cooperation deal between the two sides on human rights grounds. The measures range from suspending the entire accord to curbing trade ties to sanctioning Israeli ministers, imposing an arms embargo, and halting visa-free travel. Despite growing anger over the devastation in Gaza, EU states remain divided over how to tackle Israel, and there was no agreement on taking any of the moves at a Tuesday meeting of the EU foreign ministers in Brussels. Apple is investing $500 million in a deal with U.S. rare earth company MP Materials as the iPhone makers face pressure from President Donald Trump to produce its popular smartphones domestically. As part of the partnership announced on Tuesday, Apple committed to buying rare earth magnets directly from MP Materials to help bolster its U.S. supply chain. Apple will also collaborate with the company on a new recycling line in California, which will repurpose recycled rare earth materials to use in Apple products. And finally, the Kremlin has said that U.S. President Donald Trump's recent statements, including a threat to impose sanctions on Russia's trading partners, are serious and require time to assess. Amid growing frustration with Russian President Vladimir Putin, Trump on Monday announced new deliveries of weapons, including Patriot missile systems, to Ukraine via NATO, and said that buyers of Russian exports could face severe tariffs if Moscow fails to agree to a peace deal within 50 days, signaling a major policy shift in Washington. Now that concludes the regional and international news. Stay with us. The sporting highlights are straight ahead, followed by the weather. Good morning, sporting fans. The West Indies cricket team's catastrophic collapse to just 27 runs against Australia in Kingston has sparked a war of words, with Cricket West Indies President Kishore Shallow placing blame squarely on CARICOM governments for failing to invest in cricket infrastructure. Speaking on Boom 106.9 FM Monday, following Monday's humiliating defeat, Shallow didn't mince words about what he says as systemic failures across the region. CARICOM governments, including St. Vincent and others, are simply not building out the necessary infrastructure to produce the next generation of West Indies cricketers, he declared, though he notably praised St. Lucia for its commitment to cricket development. The numbers tell a story of complete batting collapse that will haunt West Indies cricket for generations. Mitchell Stark's devastating 6-wicket haul helped bowl out the home team for just 27 runs, a score so low it ranks as the second worst in Test cricket's 147-year history. To put this in perspective, you'd have to travel back to 1955 to find a more abject batting performance when New Zealand managed just 26 against England in Eden Park. These remain the only two instances of teams failing to reach 30 runs in Test match. The timing of this disaster couldn't be more pointed for Shallow, who won the CWI presidency in 2023 on a platform of transformation. His Pushing the Boundaries manifesto promised a necessary paradigm shift in attitude, commitment, and actions across all stakeholders. The manifesto outlined 4 key pillars for improvement: cricket development, human capital, commercial and marketing, and governance. Yet Monday's performance suggests the gap between vision and reality remains vast. Former West Indies all-rounder Carl Hooper didn't hold back in his assessment, calling for heads to roll at Cricket West Indies headquarters. Cricket West Indies, I really think a few heads should roll for this because they've made some decisions, and this is the result of those decisions. A visibly dismayed Hooper told ABC Sports. I feel for you, brother. And finally, the announcement on Tuesday came a day after the FIFA Club World Cup concluded in the US, a tournament that the international governing body for football hailed as a rousing success. FIFA did not provide details for how the tickets will be released, but it said on September 10th, pre-registered fans will be able to apply for the first chance to buy tickets. That's the sports at this time. We'll have more sports in our luncheon edition and at our primetime segment of news. Stay with us, folks. The weather forecast is straight ahead.
Whether you're refreshing a bedroom or giving your home a bold new look, the Color Shop has the perfect paint and tools to make it happen, inside and out. With quality finishes for every surface and accessories to match, we make painting easy from start to finish. Whether it's a DIY weekend or a contractor starting a brand new project, the Color Shop is the trusted choice.
Latest weather forecast. We join forecaster Tricia Miller at the forecast desk at the MBIA. Good morning, Tricia.
Good morning to you and good morning to listeners of GBN. It's a partly cloudy morning here at the airport with some showers in the vicinity. Winds are from the east at 15 miles per hour. Barometric pressure 1014.7 millibars, which is above the mean, and it's rising. Present temperature 27.3 degrees Celsius. Relative humidity 91%. Yesterday's maximum temperature was 31.1 degrees Celsius, and the minimum temperature last night was 26 degrees Celsius. Over the past 24 hours, 3.9 millimeters of rainfall were recorded here at the MBIA. This brings the total for the month so far to 51.4 millimeters. Now the public forecast valid for today and tonight for Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. The weather is expected to be partly cloudy with a few light to moderate showers. Winds easterly to east-southeasterly at 12 to 22 miles per hour. Today's maximum temperature is expected to get up to 31 degrees Celsius. Seas moderate, waves 4 to 6 feet in open waters. Tides are currently high and will be low around 1 p.m. Sunset this evening at 6:36. Sunrise tomorrow morning at 5:50. So just to recap, the weather is expected to be partly cloudy with a few light to moderate showers. From the Met Office, Tricia Miller.
Thank you very much, Tricia. Have yourself a wonderful day now.
Thank you. Same to you.
Folks, the weather forecast came to you with the kind compliments of Rennick and Thompson Company Limited.
It's It's back, and it's bigger, bolder, and funnier than ever. Old Mass 2025 is coming to the Grenada Youth Center on Sunday, July 20th from 3 p.m. Brought to you by the St. George's Lions Club, Spice Mass Corporation, and Grenlec. Bring the whole family for an afternoon of laughs, local entertainment, exciting prizes, and a special appearance by the Carnival Queen contestants. Tickets are just $40 for adults and $15 for children 12 and under. Available from any Lions or Leo member. Grenadian Optical and Clear Vision. All Mass 2025. Sponsored by Demerara Mutual Life. I'm with them.
All right, folks, it's 7 minutes after 7 o'clock. To end the news, a recap of the headlines. Preliminary stage of 2025 National Calypso Monarch competition begins on Friday. IMA warns about engaging unauthorized and unlicensed CBI agents in Dubai. In the region, UNC leadership election is set for August 17th. Internationally, the EU demands more action from Israel on aid deal as strikes in Gaza continue. And in sports, CWI president blames CARICOM governments after West Indies defeat by Australia. Now, that has been the morning edition of news for today, Wednesday, the 16th day of July, 2025. On behalf of the entire news department, I am Gordon Joseph, thanking you for viewing and listening, wishing you a productive and safety, and extending that invitation to you to stick and stay with the network, because we are with you anywhere and everywhere. I look forward to the traffic report in just about 2 minutes' time.
JKT Entertainment is bringing the heat. It's time to feel the sound and smell the burn. Bass and burn, cars and noise. The automotive experience of the year. July 26th and 27th at the National Stadium Car Park. It's 2 days of adrenaline-fueled madness with over 30 show cars from Trinidad, including Lethal Auto, MacGyver Sounds, and Simplicity Creations, plus Grenada's own beasts bringing the noise.
Come touch me then.
Early bird tickets are just $50. After that, it's $60. Get yours now at gotofed.com and all authorized ticket outlets. Gates open at 11 a.m. on both days. Sponsored by Country Cold Store, SP's International, Campari, Stag, Rubis, Fast Print, Waggy Tea, GMC, Rainbow Janitorial, Eco Blue, Spice Style Automotive, and McIntyre Brothers.
Served Grenada for decades, we are the #1 and largest electrical supplier.
Hi, welcome to Sunny Electrical. How may I help?
We offer electrical wire and accessories, tools, and appliances for all residential, commercial, and industrial applications, which is what we are known for. And we expanded our products with new innovative ways to modernize your home. New homeowners will be captivated in our lighting showrooms.
Some more pendant lights here. These are very multifunctional because they can work for kitchens, living rooms, bedrooms.
We have a wide selection of lighting, ranging from indoor to outdoor and solar. We are also available for site visit services to assist you with selecting the perfect light for your forever home. We are located at Dusty Highway in Grenada, St. George. Sudden Electrical. Best value, expert advice, quality products. We hope to see you soon.
It's all about Kesty Band for the ultimate cool down party. It's all about Carnival Encore. You thought we missed it, and now we can't miss it.
Miss Sunshine, girl, coming home, I will see you again. All day through the night, I'm dreaming. Yeah, Miss Sunshine, way you turn it up, make it smooth, my darling. When outside is pouring rain.
It's a busy world, and we all know the saying, time is money. Meet Candice and Oliver. They both have busy days ahead. Let's see how that goes. Candice is in a rush, off to the bank, again. Oh, looks like she didn't plan for traffic, or this long line either. Now let's check in on Oliver. His morning starts a little differently. Using his phone, Oliver makes a peer-to-peer transfer and pays his bills, all while having his morning coffee. At the store, Oliver checks his finances with online banking. Candice? Still waiting. Back to Oliver. He stops at the bank to meet his loan officer. While waiting, he schedules a payment and makes a wire transfer. Wondering about Candice? Yup, still waiting. Candice could be like Oliver if she uses Co-op Bank's e-solutions. Make your day easier with Co-op Bank's swift, simple, and secure e-banking platform. Bank on your terms, from anywhere, at any time.
Click, tap, done. Banking just got easier.
Welcome home.
It's all vibes. Yo, it's your boy Kofi MIV, also known as Mr. Isa Vibes. Bigging up GBN Spice Up the Carnage. I will be taking part. That is on the 25th of July. That is the day before my birthday. And you know something? We telling them, nah, nanny boo boo. I don't want to hear you. Every time you see me, you're fretting up your face and damn screw. Try to tell me I should be a vandal, mash up a fet too. Well, I go tell you now. What we going and do? We go break down fence and anything that we see. So nobody come discriminating we. Come be mad and sick. Oh gosh, it's our vibes.
All right, folks, it's now 13 minutes after 7 o'clock, and at this time I now join Corporal Troy Paul from the Traffic Department of the RGPF. Good morning, Corporal Paul.
Good morning to you and good morning to all the listeners, and a special morning to persons who look out for that information in the morning times. I will always advise that they're listening, and this morning I just want to bring to you guys the traffic update. But it's a beautiful morning this morning. The sun is coming out in all its glory, and safely to report our streets and roads are a bit quiet this morning. No traffic on most of the roads at this moment. However, we continue to see a moderate to heavy flow of traffic along the Calivini Public Road, which leads on to the Toby Public Road and also the Grandans Public Road. These are our busiest road at the time, and so persons who traversing along either of our roads can safely get to their destination safely and with no obstruction at the moment. Also, we know that this will change as we get closer to the 8 o'clock hour. That is when most persons will be getting to work. So we want persons that if you have not left home as yet, please do so that you can avoid the rush hour. But we do not expect a heavy flow of traffic this morning, and that is one of the good things. And we know school is on holidays, but we know as we get closer to the carnival season, the traffic state will change, so persons must be mindful. It is a quiet one yesterday where we had only 3 minor accidents reported for the past 24 hours, and that is very good in terms of the numbers for the traffic department. And I want to implore on persons again that let's continue to drive safely. It is all important, and I would normally adapt the tourism slogan, traffic is everybody's business, and let us do our part, even as drivers, pedestrians, cyclists, everyone. We have to do our part to ensure that road safety remains paramount in the minds of everyone. We just want to advise persons that there will be some temporary road closures. We know the Calis Point Selling area, some work will be going on there, which have already started which is now as a project with the running of pipes and so forth. Also, there will be temporary some obstruction in the St. Paul's by road and also the River Road area. There will be some disruption in traffic sometime during the day. And also the Jahangli Public Road. There will be some persons will not be able to pass, especially to the Jahangli Public Road, to facilitate the pouring of concrete this morning. So persons, please be advised of these disruption in our traffic today. We expect a wonderful day today, and as persons traversing, as I stated earlier, let's have traffic and safety in mind. And I want to implore on drivers again, please, those that are parking along the roadways, have some consideration and let us avoid the unnecessary obstruction for other motorists. And please, let us be our brother's keepers. If you know you're parked in areas that are obstructing the traffic or in a dangerous position, let us remove our vehicle so that we can have safer roads for all road users. And the question we ask every morning to our guests, if you are texting,
who's driving?
Who's driving?
Thank you, Corporal. Have yourself a great day, and God permits, we'll have another traffic report tomorrow, same time, same place.
Most definitely.
Thank you. Have a good one. All right, folks, that's the traffic report. We take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we've got Money Wise with Ariza.
It's back, and it's bigger, bolder, and funnier than ever. Old Mass 2025 is coming to the Grenada Youth Center on Sunday, July 20th from 3 p.m. Brought to you by the St. George's Lions Club, Spice Mass Corporation, and Grenlec. Bring the whole family for an afternoon of laughs, local entertainment, exciting prizes, and a special appearance by the Carnival Queen contestants. Tickets are just $40 for adults and $15 for children 12 and under. Available from any Lions or Leo member. Grenada Optical and Clear Vision. All Mass 2025. Sponsored by Demerara Mutual Life. I'm with them. JKT Entertainment is bringing the heat. It's time to feel the sound and smell the burn. Bass and burn, cars and noise. The automotive experience of the year. July 26th and 27th at the National Stadium Car Park. It's 2 days of adrenaline-fueled madness with over 30 show cars from Trinidad, including Lethal Auto, MacGyver Sounds, and Simplicity Creations, plus Grenada's own beasts bringing the noise.
He'll say your back, come touch me then.
Early bird tickets are just $50. After that, it's $60. Get yours now at gotofed.com and all authorized ticket outlets. Gates open at 11 a.m. on both days. Sponsored by Country Cold Store, SP's International, Campari, Stag, Rubis, Fast Print, Waggy Tea, GMC, Rainbow Janitorial, Eco Blue, Spice Style Automotive, and McIntyre Brothers.
Hi, it's me, Marlon Rennick of Connects, shipping company that provides all your shipping needs. We are here on the spot. Spice up the carnage, so come on up. Hey, it's going to be fun, it's going to be exciting, showcasing all our local talents. You might even see me singing a soca. So come down, join us on the carnage. As you can see, there are going to be giveaways, fun and excitement. Please, don't miss it. Come down, join us. Connects, along with GBN on Spice Up the Carnage.
Shorty, who they talking to? Telling me that we can play march. Who they talking to? Telling me that we can play march. It's like intercall with a relay. We must play when we in there. Watch each job living our victory. We don't pay for mass and it's free.
It's back, and it's bigger, bolder, and funnier than ever. Old Mass 2025 is coming to the Grenada Youth Center on Sunday, July 20th from 3 p.m. Brought to you by the St. George's Lions Club, Spice Mass Corporation, and Grenlec. Bring the whole family for an afternoon of laughs, local entertainment, exciting prizes, and a special appearance by the Carnival Queen contestants. Tickets are just $40 for adults and $15 for children 12 and under. Available from any Lions or Leo member. Grenada Optical and Clear Vision. All Mass 2025. Sponsored by Demerara Mutual Life. I'm with them.
Welcome to Money Wise, your guide to wise financial decisions, made possible by Ariza Credit Union. Welcome to MoneyWise, your guide to wise financial decisions, made possible by Ariza Credit Union. Welcome to MoneyWise, your guide to wise financial decisions, made possible by Ariza Credit Union. Welcome.
So in the seams, we're here to make you happy, 'cause that's what we do, and 'cause we're a family.
Welcome. It's 22 minutes after 7 o'clock. Welcome to the conversation this morning. And the first segment on Wednesdays, we know it's Ariza's Money Wise program. And this morning, I'm joined by my wonderful friend, Miss Henry. And she's representing this morning. And as Donald Trump would say, she's representing bigly. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm doing well and happy to be here.
Well, as always, I'm so happy to have you here early in the morning. I'm certain that the whole of Central is glued to the television now. Hey, my girl is on TV. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, good morning, Central. This is your girl. And Miss... your mom, Miss...
Sister Lee.
Sister Lee, yeah. Good morning, yeah. And everybody. All right, so this morning in your capacity, we're talking... life insurance. So we're still dealing with the financial kit for the hurricane season and always and so forth. And one of the things a lot of people overlook, the importance and significance of life insurance.
Yes.
How important is life insurance?
So, well, we want to say that life insurance is part of our financial plan. It provides some protection and security financially for your family in the event of a passing. So it's extremely important when you're putting together your financial plan that after you do all your budgeting and all of your investments and so on, you have some sound security to protect all of that in the event of your untimely passing.
There are some folks who say you paying life insurance is not for you. You're setting up the people that when you die so that they could have a big happy hour.
Yes, I know people say that.
Yes.
Life insurance is in fact done so that you can protect your family and your interests, so it's for ensuring that your family would be secure and safe in your passing. So it is in fact for you to ensure that you have that peace of mind. So it's a peace of mind for you, the security for your family in the event.
When I die, I have no mind.
Well, the peace of mind while you're here now,
I'm just being the devil's advocate of this. But, okay, now, how does life insurance fit into a financial plan?
Right. So we'll go back to having all of your budgeting and all of your investments and so on that you make during your lifetime, even loans and so on that you take. Now you need to protect your family with having insurance or protect all that investments and so on by having the insurance to back you up in case you pass away untimely. Your family, the investments, your mortgages, those things wouldn't burden your family in the event. Or even if you don't have any loans or so on, your financial interest will continue to cover or be covered in the event of your passing. Your family can pay their bills. You can still provide education for your children, a retirement for a spouse, and so on with the funds that they receive after your passing.
So how it is done? I don't want to use myself in that scenario, because words are powerful. Someone takes out life insurance. They die. The life insurance ends there and then. The beneficiaries just get a lump sum payment of what it is, or
in many occasions, that's how it is, but there are different types of policies that you do have to consider. But most cases, there is a death benefit that is agreed upon when you're signing up for the insurance. When you have that contract, you agree to a specific amount that you pay your premiums for. And upon your passing, the insurance company would pay out. Most times, it's the exact face amount. Sometimes you get a little more because some companies have cash values. There are different additional benefits that can be added to plans. Let's say one might be accidental death and dismemberment or so someone should pass away by accident. If they have that type of coverage added to their plan, their beneficiary can receive an additional sum apart from the death benefit.
Okay, all right. And someone takes out an insurance, they die, can the beneficiary say, okay, I want to continue with that insurance?
No. Unfortunately, insurance protects one life. So you sign up, and that person who is covered, once they pass, the insurance is then, it's matured basically or fully terminated upon, and the death benefit is paid out. So each person would have to take out their own insurance plan to secure their own interests.
Okay. So having said that, I remembered when I started teaching as early as 89, that time mommy and daddy didn't see each other yet. All right. I remember Mr. Gordon Humphrey was representing Demerara Insurance. Yeah, Demerara. And he came to the school and was offering young teachers insurance. Having said that, at what age you think is a good time for someone to, seek life insurance?
All right, so a good time for someone to start thinking about life insurance coverage is in their 20s or their 30s. I can start when they begin working, so now they have the funds to cover the premiums, or if they're taking on any debt, any loans or so they want to ensure that they cover that debt so that it doesn't pass on to their family, and their family, their loved ones aren't burdened with having to repay that upon their passing. So it's good to think about it. The earlier you think about it, the earlier you have it. There are some benefits that come along with that. The rates are lower, so you pay a smaller premium when you're younger. So you start thinking about it maybe in your 20s, in your 30s, to ensure that one, you get a lower premium, as well as you're securing your interests, your family, and so on from a very young age.
So someone like me in my 70s, it's too late to go look for life insurance.
So no, it's not too late. There are companies that offer plans that sometimes suit different ages, and because life insurance can be for specific purposes, some persons take out funeral policies, so that covers for their final expenses and so on. It's very specific for that. So sometimes older persons can actually get coverage to suit specifically that.
Okay. And with the life insurance, how does it assist or put someone in a better position if they are going to solicit a loan?
All right. Now that comes back to being able to secure your family and protect them from the burden of taking on your debt not yours, as we were trying to say, words are powerful, but someone's debt in the event of their passing. Imagine you have a $300,000 mortgage loan. Upon passing, there are two things that can happen. One is either your family take on the burden and refinance, take it in their name and pay off that loan, which it's different salaries. We don't know how that will work out. Or if the family is unable to repay that, then the institution has no choice but to sell that property, leaving your family stranded. But what life insurance does is it gives you that security that should someone pass away earlier than they hoped, the insurance should come in to be able to pay off that debt, and sometimes if there's a little more, still give their family a little something in their hand to hold as security. So imagine now that family is left without a debt. Their house is theirs, property is theirs, cars or whatever that person has, it's just theirs. It falls into their hands, and there's nothing that, while you're alive, you don't have to think about, what will happen with my family?
The credit union will come and take my car, my house.
Yes, it's because you do have that mortgage, and that debt is secured by whatever it is that you put as the collateral. You want to make sure that you secure your interests, your investments by having life insurance to cover. And that brings us to, if I can go further here, being fully insured. Sometimes people underinsure, and there are a couple ways that we underinsure. Sometimes we choose a cheaper rate, a cheaper premium. So we may say, we'll get less insurance than we actually need, just because we don't want to pay that much. But it's important to consider that a cheaper or a smaller amount of insurance for a smaller smaller premium does not necessarily cover all of your assets, all of your debt, and so on. So you sometimes need to assess what's happening in your life. How many people do you have kids? If you have kids, you may need to increase the amount of insurance. You may need to match your insurance coverage with the debt or your loans. You may need to match it to your salaries and lifestyle so that your family can be covered for a certain amount of time after your passing. So you don't want to always choose the lowest premium just because
you want to be cheap.
Yes.
Yeah.
Being cheap sometimes puts you in a very difficult position.
It feels good now, painful later.
Yes. Another reason that people sometimes go with become underinsured is because sometimes life changes happen and they forget to make updates to their policy. So you have a policy just in your early 20s because you need some coverage. You want to make sure that whoever you have in your home, sometimes still it's your parents or so, they have a little something to get, or you have debts and it's going to be repaid. Now you get married and you have a child. You need to reassess what's happening in your life. You may want to ensure that should something happen, your children can still go to college. You may want to ensure that your spouse can retire at a reasonable time and so on. So you put something in place for that to ensure that they do have that income should something happen to you.
So having said that, when someone comes to apply for a loan, is this one of the requisites from the credit union?
It is in fact one of the requirements, and most financial institutions, not only a RISA credit union, we do require life insurance coverage. They are different types, so we can accept either term life or full or permanent life insurance coverage. Permanent goes beyond the term of your loan or a specific term, and some people seek to have just term life insurance coverage. You have a mortgage for 20 years, then they take out coverage for 20 years just to match their loan. But we accept either of those, but you should ensure that your mortgage is fully covered. That's something you need to think about. Even when you're just coming in, when you're thinking about buying a property, you think about, hey, I need $400,000 to build this house. I need $100,000 to build this house. Then I need to fully cover it to ensure that my family is protected, but it's also a requirement because we as the institution would not like to put your family out on the street should something happen. We want to also secure your financial interests. It's a plan. We work together to ensure that, should something happen, we're assisting you with getting this asset, but should something happen to you, let's see how we can work from now so that something is in place. You have insurance in place.
Goes out.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, for the folks out there who are, listening and contemplating, we're seeing quite a number of young people getting into the workforce now, but they're not. In many cases, they're not so focused on the intricacies of life, they live life and they have fun and so forth. What can you say to them? You're working now, you finished college, you may be in transit between college and university and so forth, but you're employed. What can you say to them as to how significant and important it is for them to get in life insurance?
All right. So we can go back to a couple of things that we touched on before. So life insurance protects your family in the event that something happens. Now, when you're going to take on debt, let's say to go to school or so, you would need insurance coverage for that loan. So you do need it for that case, and it's easier, it's cheaper if you take it out early. So for those young people, they should consider the cost of insurance. Also, when you're younger, you have no or less ailments and so on, so it's easier to get insurance coverage because that plays a part, your health. The older you get, that's one of the reasons why it's harder to get insurance. So you do want to ensure that you get it at a younger age. Now, while you're young, you're thinking of, we're in life, but
I'm strong and I'm like a lion.
Yeah, But we have to consider what the future holds, and a lot of times, it's not preached to us enough, So we as youths, we forget, or we undervalue what having a sound financial plan can do for your future. From a very young age, you should start thinking about what can I do, what can I invest in. Actually, you can use insurance as investments. There are certain plans that allow you to, although we say it's for your family in the event of a passing, there are plans that allow you to access to certain funds after a number of years. So that can be part of a financial plan. Assist you with making an investment into something, a down payment on a property. So there are a lot of benefits that you see from taking out insurance plans earlier, but having it being a part of your financial plan, which is something that all youths should look at from a young age. Look at that financial plan and secure it with some insurance. You secure it now for the plans you have ahead. Mm-hmm.
And that is the significant importance of this program. And I always advocate for more programs like this, because if it is left up to the young people, they just work and party and not looking down the road. I remember to me it was like yesterday I started teaching, and now I'm an old man.
Time flies.
So it's important, and I really want to congratulate Ariza on taking that bold step and sensitizing the public, even on these things that are so easily overlooked.
Yes, we do overlook all these things. It's not something we can touch. It's not, you pay for it and then you don't feel the value in the moment. But for persons who have seen it work, there are a lot of people, they're not shouting that, hey, I got some money from the insurance from somebody's passing, because it's also a sad thing. Some people feel like, they benefit from a member of their family's passing, so they feel guilty about the funds and so on. But a lot of times that person loved you so much, they ensure that you had that coverage. They wanted to, sometimes it can go as far as changing lives, and out there in the bigger world, they use it as a wealth builder. Excuse me. We use it here to protect a lot more than we use it as a wealth builder. But we should look at insurance as part of a financial plan, and it can fall even as part of that for our generation.
Creating generational wealth. Mm-hmm. Well, Ms. Henry, you've been most informative this morning as always. I thank you, and on behalf of my viewing and listening audience, for sharing with us. We look forward to another engagement next week, and reminding folks that you could do this. Invite them. You've heard us this morning. Let me just check if there are any questions coming. Okay, no questions as yet. But you heard the discourse that we had, and you want to come and have a conversation. Invite them to do that.
Of course. So we would invite all of our members, even non-members, to come into the credit union. At Ariza, we are willing to discuss your financial future with you, to assist you with attaining your goals and investments and protecting them. So we want to discuss your life insurance, and as well as your securing your property. Just a reminder, since we are in the hurricane season, check up on your policies, your renewals, ensure your premiums are paid, and you have your certificates in hand. So at the Ariza Credit Union, we will offer as much information as we can, and we will seek to advise you to what's your next step.
Ms. Henry, thanks as always, and I always say bring back the love to Ariza's management and everybody, down to the security guards. They're so professional and courteous, and A+ in customer service. So keep the flag flying high as always.
Thank you. We will.
All right, folks, that's Ariza's Money Wise for this morning. We take a commercial break. We come back with more of the conversation. Don't you go anywhere.
Made possible by Ariza Credit Union. Today's edition of Money Wise was made possible by Ariza Credit Union.
common theme woven into the very fabric of human history. From ancient wanderers to modern explorers, our instinct to move, to seek something greater, and to grow has always driven us forward. Imagine a journey into pathways of boundless opportunities and endless possibilities. A collective future where the vibrant rhythms of the Caribbean, rich culture, and welcoming community create unforgettable experiences. Beyond citizenship by investment, we believe in our collective investment of time, resources, and energy that fosters innovation, creates jobs, and enriches lives, driving the growth of an entire nation. The Investment Migration Agency Grenada boasts over a decade of exceptional service and remains committed to guiding you toward global mobility and economic freedom through investment. Your journey becomes our shared story of progress and prosperity. This is an invitation to be part of something greater, something enduring. Begin your journey at imagrenada.gd. IMA Grenada. Unlock the possibilities.
Our world is filled with rhythm. Rhythm that's unapologetic, infectious, timeless. Rhythm is commitment in action. It's how we show up for each other with unrelenting support that goes the distance. Rhythm lives in the tiny beats of our most intimate moments and the seismic roars of our biggest achievements. Rhythm is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the rhythm back. At Flow, we understand your rhythm because we live it. That's why we're dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You're at the heart of everything we do, and our commitment is to keep your rhythm flowing, no matter what.
Need to check your bill balance? Use the Grenlec mobile app. Open the Grenlec mobile app and tap the icon labeled Balances at the bottom of the screen. View your bill details, including your current bill balance, the due date by which you must settle your bill, the amount and date of the last payment you made. It's quick, easy, and available 24/7. Convenience at your fingertips.
Looking to shop online from your favorite stores like Amazon and Shein? With GPC Global, it's never been easier. Get your very own US address and shop from around the world. With GPC Global, you can order the latest trends and must-have items, all delivered straight to Grenada to your closest post office for your pickup. We offer the cheapest rates, and our service is reliable and quick. No more waiting for weeks for your packages. Your satisfaction is guaranteed. Join the Grenada Postal family today and start shopping smarter. Visit us online at www.grenadapostal.com or call us on 437-POST. That's 437-7678. GPC Global, your gateway to the world.
I'm ready to defend my crown. I, Guana, will be performing live, defending Carnage Soca Monarch. All they think a little curry meet me on the stage. July 25th, 31st, and August 8th. Meet me on the stage.
We wild, we in style. When you see me chilling on a branch by myself, no company, no friends. Oh my gosh, I stumble when I meet till I tumble. Woman coming up uncle, wanna come from me jungle. Oh my gosh, I stumble when I meet till I tumble. Woman coming up uncle, wanna come from me jungle.
JKT Entertainment is bringing the heat. It's time to feel the sound and smell the burn. Bass and burn, cars and noise. The automotive experience of the year. July 26th and 27th at the National Stadium Car Park. It's 2 days of adrenaline-fueled madness with over 30 show cars from Trinidad, including Lethal Auto, MacGyver Sounds, and Simplicity Creations, plus Grenada's own beasts bringing the noise.
He'll say you got come touch me then.
Early bird tickets are just $50. After that, it's $60. Get yours now at gotofed.com and all authorized ticket outlets. Gates open at 11 a.m. on both days. Sponsored by Country Cold Store, SP's International, Campari, Stag, Rubis, Fast Sprint, Waggy Tea, GMC, Rainbow Janitorial, Eco Blue, Spy Style Automotive, and McIntyre Brothers.
Attention all divers, snorkelers and underwater enthusiasts. Effective May 15th, 2025, all visitors to the renowned Mullinair Underwater Sculpture Park will be required to pay a small fee of US $3.50 or EC $10 per person. These fees are essential to support the ongoing maintenance and repairs of the sculptures, as well as the development of new features to ensure the park remains a world-class attraction. Payment can be made through the Grenada Tourism Authority's online payment portal, available on the Pure Grenada website, www.puregrenada.com. We thank you for your support in enhancing this extraordinary underwater product. This announcement is brought to you by the Grenada Tourism Authority and the Ministry of Tourism, dedicated to protecting and conserving Grenada's resources for the enjoyment of all.
Welcome back, folks. Welcome. It's 12 minutes on to 8 o'clock, and we've got 12 minutes with which to have a conversation. So, as usual, I will not dictate what we're going to talk about this morning. I'll just have an open line discussion. Good morning, caller.
Yes,
welcome.
Mr. Joseph, good morning, greetings. I'd like to utter a couple of words in relation to the theme of the time, the amendment to the Constitution of Grenada. The supreme law of Grenada was uttered always by the sissy buds and the legal luminaries how to describe a document that rules this country, signed by the monarch of Great Britain. Mr. Joseph and Grenadians, listen well. And mind you, you're talking to a blind man, he can't see. Right? In section 39 of said document, it says the following words in section 39, subsection 1. The parliament of this country may, I would not say it completely textually, may make, what's the exact word? Anyway, amendments. Here it comes. Alterations to the constitution of this country. But it goes on to say, in the THE, the definite article, in the manner specified in this section of the Constitution, I had to spell it, in the manner specified. It goes on in section 5, subsection 5, pardon, to outline and into what is known as Schedule 1. Some people say schedule. That is not the proper pronunciation. It's Schedule 1. It is there outlined, Mr. Joseph Grenadian. I want you to read it. It is there now what your course rule will say. Get your grandchildren to show you they know how to bring it up. All right, search for a little document because it's in the printry and so sign it. Let yourself be led by what the Constitution. This is a document that they've been defending for years. In 2002, we were we were advised, we were orientated on what to do to change your Constitution. They did nothing, but today they're looking for low-hanging fruit for who to eat. Don't let them give you that burden. I want to tell you this. Beware of what is happening. We're heading towards a soft coup or otherwise known as a palace coup. We're heading into a situation of serious uncertainty, political instability in this country if we allow these people to do what they're going to do. I would show you this. The king is the king of Grenada. The King Charles. Charles in charge, let's say you don't understand it. Charles in charge, brothers and sisters. It is established in section 23, which says, in Grenada there shall be a parliament, all right? Which shall consist of His Majesty in this case, a Senate and a House of Representatives. Who in charge, brothers and sisters? Let's go to 57. 57 says crystal clearly, the executive authority of Grenada vested in His Majesty the King. Understand? Who is in charge? Now you want to go into Charles's Parliament and tell Charles, I'm not swearing to you. Huh? By a what do you call it again? An oath with Charles and his whole entity. Remember, Charles and his heirs and successors that will be before him. And you want to tell me now, I want to see how they're going to work out. Brothers and sisters, be orientated also. And finally, I'll tell you this. 23 and 57 tells us crystal clear because they're both deeply entrenched, and additionally to that, it gives it full authority, the people of this country, to take a decision for a referendum, to change it. If you don't want Charles in your parliament, and if you don't want Charles to head the executive authority of Grenada, take it to referendum and let the people decide. The people. Referendum are the most significant component or characteristic of a true democracy, whether it be representative or participatory. We want democracy. No dictates from no bunch of sissy buds in the autocracy. Done with colonialism, yes, but we must do it in the correct way. Mr. Joseph, thank you very much for what it was.
Thank you, caller. Have a good one yourself. It's 7 minutes away from 8 o'clock. Let's get back to the telephone line and say good morning.
Morning.
Something is... Okay. Could you turn that volume down, please?
All right, I do. So Joseph, it's just a little eye-opener. You are a motorist going through the St. David's area very often. And something I've recognized that the police should intervene and try to correct it. There is a part of a vehicle lying in Corinth, to be exact, just before that new supermarket and gas station that is erected, or before the post office, thereabout, after you move around the corner. It's lying on the side of the road, also being part of the traverse area, the road area. Can we ask the police to look into it and get that moved from there? I don't know if they have to find an owner or they can just move it themselves. It's not sightly nice, Mr. Joseph, when you look at it. And it's just there. And I would like to say again, why that the public always have to be noticing these things to raise it to the police awareness. They are traveling on the road likewise. And if they are responsible for traffic, they should raise those things and get to deal with it as quickly as possible. Thank you very much.
Thank you, caller. Thank you very much. It's 6 minutes on to 8 o'clock. That is our time. All right, let's go back to the telephone line and say good morning.
King Innocent, how are you?
I am alive and so thankful. How about you?
Great. Well, you know you are the king and you'll always be my king. I don't care what they say. Okay. I'm addressing you wrong. Anyway, to all you beautiful people, residents of the constituency of South St. George, with reference to my informal communication with you on Monday the 14th of July relative to employment opportunities at the South St. George water supply expansion project. All experienced men and women, construction workers, skilled and unskilled laborers are reminded to register for employment at the Parliamentary Office of South St. George. The access number is 457-5569 or 440-1110. Let me repeat it again. 457-5569 or 440-1110. Or alternatively, visit the office at Montooth. Finally, a next reminder with regards to the praise and worship service scheduled to take place on Friday the 1st August at the Gateway Assemblies Church, Point Saline, a collaborative venture between the parliamentary representative of South St. St. George, the Most Honorable Andy Williams. New information, but because I promised information as long as I get it. New information as follows. Services commence at 6 p.m., right? That's on the first Emancipation Day. For purposes of event planning, all denominations are welcomed and are granted permission to perform only 3 songs per church, and I kindly ask to register those songs by calling the Parliamentary Office, South St. George, same number, 457-5569 or 440-1110. Let me repeat it again, 457-5569 or 440-1110 in order to be a participant. Restrictive necessary goals, aims, and objectives will still be met. There will be regular reminders to facilitate your participants, and all interested persons are asked to access those numbers. Please be guided accordingly. Thank you very much, because I want people to, I'm always talking about no jobs. Go and register. They're looking for people skilled and unskilled. They're looking for experienced people. And don't forget the church service on the 1st of August, 6 o'clock, Gateway Assemblies, a collaborative thing between Andy, the Most Honorable Andy Williams, and the church. So they're looking forward to see you all. Thank you, my friend. Do have a great day, and thank you for the opportunity to be able to disseminate that information on behalf of the parliamentary representative of the constituency of South St. George. Bye.
Thank you. Have a good day, caller. Have a good day, and may God continue to bless you and keep you alive and well. Let's go back to the telephone line. It's 3 minutes away from 8 o'clock. Good morning.
Good morning, Innocent.
Hi, welcome.
The young people have a saying. Yeah, some people hate what they like. A very big opponent of the changing of certain aspects of the Constitution is now making a lot of noise about basically nothing. And I want to reiterate that statement that I made. We are not expert of determining what is right or wrong under law. It's only the courts could do that. And my advice, again, would be, let us do what we have to do. And let the court decide. If some people feel that it is incorrect, let the court decide that that is incorrect and lay the judgment. We are not expert on law. The court is. The Constitution is written. And the interpretation of those laws, when laws are made, the court is the one that interprets the laws that we make, not ordinary people. So let the court do that. And I think some people want to be recognized. They want to be the ones to say, well, look, we were responsible. It's a set of individual things that is happening. Let us do what we're supposed to do. We know we have been clamoring for some changes. This is one of them that can be done without going to referendum. What is the big hullabaloo about it? And if you so feel that it must go to referendum, then let the court decide that. And before I go, last one. I know the time is limited. In a sense, we cannot get back to where we was before. When I was growing up, West Indies cricket ruled supreme. Test cricket. Since the introduction of one-day cricket, there has been a demise. We have to, in the Caribbean, have to recognize that the pool of people that we had before is not there anymore. The interest that young people had, the people in the Caribbean had in cricket before, it is not there anymore. So we would not get back to the point where we were, how much years ago when we were dominating Test cricket, every nation. We were beating them right, left, and center. We would not get back to that point. Regardless of what we do or say, we would not get back there because of several factors. And we do not have the pool.
So does that mean we should stop trying?
We should concentrate on one area.
University of Athens.
One area, whether it is the one day or whether it's the cricket, the test match. But we cannot, we would not get back to these glorious days with Clive Lloyd and Richards and Garner and Haynes. And we would not get there. So let us, there are some things. Look at in St. Andrews. When you had that festival taking place up there, people could not have passed. St. Patrick's Day, people could not have passed. When you pass now and you see these things, what's happening? You wonder if it's a ghost town, if it's a forest. there are some things that change over time. And yes, we're reminiscing on the good days, but we cannot bring it back to what it was. West Indies cricket is one of them. Let us concentrate on the one-day aspect of it and make it good. It has money in it, and that is what the young people want, money.
Okay.
Otherwise, you would not check anybody. That Test cricket, we ain't going anywhere with it.
Okay. All right.
My brother.
All right.
I know you're passionate about it, but we will not get back there.
You're just hurting my feelings there. You're hurting my feelings, Judd. You're hurting my feelings, Papi. You're hurting my feelings, folks. That's it for the program this morning. Thank you very much for your contribution and participation. And if the good Lord spare our lives, we'll have another one tomorrow. Until then, have a good day. Stick and stay with us. So that's it for the conversation.